and is against an Aphelios, it's a thin margin, right? Like, do you dive in well enough or not? Because if you fail, then you just immediately lose. But yeah, it's just the same, just a different bird. A Summit.
That's cool. Summit taking so much damage here as he takes 2 turret shots and he's dead. That's called a solo kill, ladies. On fleek here is standing on top of a ward, which is not necessarily what you want. Summit dives on in. There's the flash forward from Onfleek. They're looking to lock down Owner. Immediately there's the teleport. Great flash out of the new T1 jungler. However, not enough to get themselves even more as Onfleek's trying to run out of their lanes outside of the forest as everyone just wants to kill Summit. There's the flash forward from Carrier. There's a lantern if Teddy wants it, but he doesn't need anything like that. He'll just pick up the kill.
And if Teddy has had like 5 now, 4 now, I think.
Whoa! Effort wanting to get rid of KaiSser, and actually, he just wants to set up for a kill. KaiSser finds himself once again on the wrong side of the rift. This is 20 seconds into the game, but Owner should be able to lock it up pretty comfortably.
So interesting choice about T1 instead of going ability available, as we get a collapse here.
Yep, here's a big teleport from Fate. He was actually walking up topside and instead is just going to shuffle his way down towards the bottom lane, but Live Sandbox have found Carrier. They should be able to take him down. Owner's here though, and KaiSser's moving on down. Collateral down.
Play it slow, which is not what they're doing, but say that you like play a little bit too defensively, you're just gonna have so much.
He is so good. That blast cone, not what you want. However, he was always going to die. Didn't waste the flash or anything like that.
Rougher time. Zeus has been playing super well, found the solo kill in the matchup where you're not really allowed to. And Teddy and Carrier, I think, are fairly self-explanatory. Owner is interesting because, like, don't even need to mention his precious effort is very unfortunate cow.
Yeah, that's it's called mincemeat. Chronicler, he's just caught on the wrong side of everything. As Zeus, no one actually wants to engage onto this lonesome Gragas, who's I don't know, he just walked at them and they all left. Of course, T1. We're already
nice, because this means that every time there's a Cloud Soul in any game, people are like, huh, Atlas must be around. Someone shoot him a message. He's done it again.
And that's precisely what happens. Precisely what happens. I'm happy to take the blame. You know, it's all right. Someone's got to do it. Yeah, someone's got to take responsibility, and it may as well be me. As Shirley is going to pick up an inner turret. Hook is going to be blocked by a minion, unfortunately, there for Carrier. However, this is still just a big old snowball rolling down the hill, and Summit's doing his very best to split push there on the side. But T1 still looking very scary. There's Teddy going to get tagged by a Void Seeker, but it looks like T1 just looking for a bit of a reset here. A little bit of indecision, as you can see here, but Teddy gets right onto it and is going to be able to take down this inhibitor turret. Not going to look for the inhibitor just yet by the looks of things. As there's a teleport in. No, we're committing. We're going to try and get some super creeps here in the mid lane. As Effort comes on down. Unbreakable Will has been popped, but he hasn't really found enough of that CC as Owner just dives forward with the Gale Force, and he's able to lock down the kill onto the cow. Hook is going to go wide, and they do manage to get the inhibitor, and they'll take some... Whoa! That was close. That almost got me.
Would have been good.
But not going to land. Yeah, it's a very, very fast Udyr. Landing hooks onto that guy. Very nicely timed crescendo.
Good timing.
And is going to easily take down the dragon.
And this is a really nice teamfight setup. I do feel like how they continuously force Live Sandbox into these awkward positions, because Live Sandbox, like, they walk up to a wave, and then they realize, oh wait, like T1 is actually at
just
one.
Be a trade of an inhibitor for a Baron, or it's going to be a T1 trying to save the inhibitor and not play.
You need to get Prior over mid wave, but Frio0 is going to say, haha, to your minion wave. Very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Zeus, like we said, he's really good at neutralizing, but he doesn't actually win this 1v1. He can't go all in there. There's no way that he
got a bit of a collapse towards the bottom side. Owner moving on down as there's the body slam onto Summit. Summit knowing that there's something fishy going on as a teleport to come forward, and Zeus is losing out on this matchup. Absolutely. There's the cast, but it's eaten by the Banshee's Veil immediately, and there goes the Gragas. Camille going to go down immediately as Owner is also now in trouble. There's the gameplay button from KaiSser, but now Onfleek is going to turn on him. Effort once again being turned into mincemeat, but KaiSser is also going to suffer the same fate as Prince locks down that kill. T1 still ahead by just a little bit here as Carrier looking... Oh, dear. Yeah, Prince. There's no turrets to execute yourself under either. How very upsetting.
Zeus overestimating his tankiness a little bit there. Really good play by Owner, though. God, for Teddy. Yeah. And that's a worst-case scenario, because now you also lose Soul. Repeated the previous play.
Yeah, I think I've seen this movie before, Chronicler. There's the cask back. Hextech ultimatum onto Owner. Let's see whether Summit can trade 1-for-1, and he absolutely can. He gets booped at the end, but now Effort once again in trouble. Oh no. Blade back, there's the headbutt onto Closer, but Teddy is untouched right now, as T1 should be able to comfortably collect themselves an inhibitor. As you can see, bit of a back coming through for Fate, but it's not going to be in time to save this one. Calibrum is online as well.
And Teddy, who are apparently a roving death squad that just keep getting that cow meat.
Oh wow, Teddy does it again. He just like calls for the Severum, and it of course comes up as there goes the Baron. Absolutely. Summit now looking for a flank, but he's going to get turned on. There's the Shirelias. The Summit tries to hook shot. Was thinking about going back in, but of course they have no chance to do that. So T1 just wander away with the first Baron of the game to augment their Cloud Soul. They already have Closer. Unfortunately, caught out of position here from Summit. Great ward was put down earlier. I believe that was Fate, as Hextech ultimatum. Probably unnecessary. An auto attack probably would have been fine there, but just wanted to make sure that he secured the...
Yeah, just making sure that you don't get scattered into sad Camille noises. What's really interesting there, though, is that Summit could have also TP'd to the bot wave. There were a number of supers there, and then he would have possibly been able to get an inhibitor and maybe more. Instead, though, he starts out looking for like the flank, and the flank doesn't come through. Fortunately for him, Closer doesn't back, greets for the wave, and then immediately dies. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. So that's going to be one Baron down, and also is going to buy a bit of time here. Of course, Tier 1 not wanting to fight a 4 versus 5, and Summit is now up here unanswered on the top side of the map as Tier 1 in the river, but Tier 1 are wasting no time. Teleport coming in immediately as Carrier moves on forward. Okay, Zeus trying to be that front line. His effort looking for that headbutt to get into the backside, but the Elder Drake is down. Every neutral objective has been taken. The 4-man Emperor's Divide, though, from Fate just doesn't matter because this dragon is so powerful, guys. And T1 just wiped the floor with Live Sandbox. Summit, the only man standing, and he's trying to go back. If I was him, I probably would have just ran at that inhibitor and hoped, or something like that, because there's no way this Camille's going to be able to do anything on her own. And this looks like game for T1.
It could have been a man with a dream. They stay in the game for a long time, but in the end, I gotta say, I think this is kind of the form that T1 fans have been looking for a long time. And I don't want to spoil, actually no, I want to say I don't want to spoil my vote, but I don't know who gets Pog here, but I know it's someone on the bot side of the map. I mean, you say that, but think about Carrier. I know!
No. I want Carrier. Give it to Carrier.
Thank you.
Just give it to both of them at the same time. Can we give it to both of them at the same time? Surely we can. The bottom lane.
What we see here is a T1 that still suffers from some of the same issues
that we're calling for is going to be picked up here. Makes it a very magic-heavy top side of the map for Live Sandbox as well. And so it's sort of talking... Oh, yeah. It's really impressive stuff. There's Carrier. He's still looking around, just wanting to make sure that everyone's gone home. As Owner looking for the spear. Summit walks back, though. But still, it's looking real rough. There's the cast, because Summit decides to go the other direction, but Closer's lying in wait, and he's going to get the bad news pretty soon. There's the Paddle Star. He's still looking to be frustrating, but there are more... But he's now going to go over and help with this Rift Herald instead. Owner in position. Carrier rotating over, but, you know, he's going to go home. As On Fleet coming on down. This could be a 50-50, actually. That could be quite scary, as it does go over to Owner by the looks of things. Does pick up the eye there as Carrier decides not to go home, actually. Instead, he wants to grab some kills. His Effort and Fate going down pretty low. On Fleet should be falling here as well, as there's the Shockwave. It's going to take down 2 in an instant, and On Fleet survives. That's a great pulverize, though, as T1 are looking to try and answer back. Carrier will answer for his sins, as Effort trying to walk his way out. Not sure why On Fleet decided to come back, but he did, as Closer looking for Summit now, who doesn't have a lot of mana left.
And the problem with this is that as T1 still going for this, feels a little bit greedy. I also feel like they could have just killed Zeus. I think they thought he was going to get the drive-by as dive on Fate.
In the meantime, Fate is looking to fall down here in the mid lane. That's a hit spear that time around. Liked it, as Carrier is going to get the trample onto Effort, but the dredge line comes back. Bubble is going to stop anyone from being able to get out of there, as in goes Owner, and Closer grabs his 4th of the game. Goodbye, Mr. Udyr. And that is now a 4-0-2 Zoe. 100% kill contribution here as we move towards the mid game, and that is terrifying if you're a Live Sandbox fan.
Remember what I was saying earlier, Atlas? You cannot fall behind as Live Sandbox. That is very, very, very bad news. You can't even blame Fate for this, right? Because he's just underneath his turret. He literally cannot be safer. And then they're like, the dive squad, the goon squad is there just to immediately bash him down. Because I think that T1 also identified, okay, so this Orianna gets big.
Belly bop there for an interruption as Owner is snuck into this brush. Let's see whether the spear is actually going to connect as the train's going to come through as there is the cask. It's going to bring on Owner, but I don't know whether Summit's going to survive this one. Owner gets under the turret. Somehow that spear is going to connect as he flashes forward. Collects the...
For Liv Sandbox, the question is very big yes.
I'm trying to keep the excitement levels up, okay, Chronicle?
I know, I gotta be honest though. I gotta be honest, and that was a situation which is like, probably, yeah. Normally I don't answer rhetorical questions. You know, I don't wanna bully you too. It's just feeling like a very, very quick 2-0 for T1 here, and it's a bit unfortunate as on fleek. Something else to say about that.
Yeah. He's trying to be relevant as there's the shockwave. Verdant Berry, thank you very much for that one. As on fleek's gonna get paddle start, now has to flash away. The Ignite still ticking down. As Prince trying to get the autos, trying to get to that S rank, as that's a great death charge and dredge line.
Although, let's be honest, in no way, shape or form, as Sign, should you ever be able to solo kill your opponent.
Saw this game.
Fun. They're fighting for fun. Yeah.
Ah, yes. For the good times.
You just need to have fun.
Is Liv Sandbox having fun when
they're not. They just kind of back off against a poke composition, which feels really bad.
Get him. Beautiful. Amazing. That was... This is high octane top laning right here. Look at the health bars. They have gone slightly down. And now Zeus is moving out of the way. Effort is now going to turn up to add also minimal damage to this battle. There's a Nidalee on the way. Does get a double knock-up. That's another double knock-up there from Zeus. As Prince is finally going to get here. Soul Furnace comes in. You can see the dive through from Owner. Immediately takes down the Nautilus. Zeus is still just tanking up. The ultimate from Prince. Shockwave comes through, lands onto 3, but it's not going to stop the double.
You can't do that when Zeus can like face tank 5 people for what feels like 2 minutes.
Meanwhile, they've forgotten that Teddy exists, and he's going to take an inhibitor turret in the mid lane. Teddy's had a very slow game today. Sort of secret agent Teddy right now is on fleek, is going to get a pounce out of closer as Effort just going to get popped. Yep, Teddy pops on over. He's like, all right, I'll just take that one. Thanks for the ticket out of here. As now on fleek trying to chase them down, but in comes the train. Prince could be in trouble. That was some sick drifting, actually, out of Zeus to get him here, but inhibitor turret now being occupied by Liv Sandbox. Oh my goodness, the Blade Whirl didn't really do enough there. As you can see, the Udyr just going to die. Not a lot of options right now, as I believe the bubble did connect. Summit is still going to die. Voidseeker picks that one up. All you, Teddy, all you. As now it looks like T1 are actually just going to push through for the win. They've taken enough of these kills. They've had enough of this game. It's a 10,000 gold lead. And T1 are looking so strong. However, not going to take this next Nexus turret. As you can see, teleport back immediately by Closer.
I will just peace out.
Oh my goodness, look at the poke.
Yeah.
That's crazy. These bubbles seem to be homing. Somehow that spear connects onto On-Fleek, and he just dies as a gift. Over to T1. Into the backline goes Carrier. Effort is going to be cleaned up, but does manage to interrupt the decimating smash as Teddy finds the backline. Blade Whirl's just going to be waited out. That's not going to find anything there. Fate on the Shockwave, and now Summit's just going to be gunned down. And T1, they just wanted one more team fight before they won this one. The Dragon's still available, by the way. But no, the Nexus is more important. This last Nexus turret would have been taken down by minions. And now Fate finds himself on the fountain without a hope or a prayer. As of course it goes Carrier. Throwing his life away. Oh my goodness. Teddy locks that one down with the Acathian Rain. And there goes the Nexus. T1 with a swift 2-0 against Liv Sam.
It's a happy game.
ATs +1. And they are able to secure themselves that 5th place position. Still a match behind.
승리 축하드립니다.
Congratulations. Welcome.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
네, T1이 오늘 승리하면서
With this win, T1 is back on the west side of the bracket. Congratulations. How are you feeling, Carrier?
일단 2라운드 시작했는데
It's the
2라운드
beginning
첫승해서
of
기쁜 것 같습니다.
the second round-robin, so I'm glad we were able to start off with a win. Closer, how are you feeling coming back after losing the recent series? I'm also super glad that I am playing back on the stage and I started off the second round robin with a win. Everyone is having their eyes on T1's roster every time. So with this lineup, and as you got to play for the LCK today, what was the focal point for today's kind of strategy? Kyria?
포커싱 맞춘 부분이 있긴 한데.
There are some, definitely some focal points.
죄송합니다.
But sorry, we cannot
모르겠어서 진짜 죄송해요.
we cannot really go detailed about this because I'm not really sure about this. So with this new roster, what went well, especially?
저희가 생각했던 대로 저희가
I think
원하는 방향대로
we were
되게 잘
able
풀렸던
to
것
play
같아요.
the
초반부터
game
후반까지.
according to our plans that we had in advance.
좋게 생각을 하는 것 같습니다.
네, 그러면 클로저 선수한테 여쭤보고
And
싶은데
Closer.
오너 선수가 데뷔전이었잖아요.
Owner had
미드
his
정글은
debut
솔직히
series,
상품이고 좀
and you
호흡이
know,
되게 중요한데
mid and jungle
이제
synergy
팀원들이
is super
오너 선수한테
important in this
떨려 좀
game. And
긴장이 많이
you could
되는
hear from the
걸
mic
좀
chat,
많이
like
여쭤봤는데
Owner
혹시
or the players were
호흡을
asking
어떻게
Owner if he's feeling nervous. So how was TM synergy with him today?
네, 현준이 형 같은 오너 선수
think
같은
Owner-
경우는 평소에도 잘한다 생각하고
I think he
오늘도
plays really
연습
well.
해보니까
He just always
잘하더라고요.
plays well, and today
되게 잘
he
맞았던 것 같아요.
played well. I think we had some good chemistry. Did he feel any pressure or was he nervous for his debut game?
제가 아무래도 데뷔전
Well,
작년에 하고 그랬으니까
I had my debut last year,
긴장해야 좀 잘 되더라고요.
and
그래서
I kind of
계속
figured
오늘
out
오너
actually
나오는데
being
하면서
actually a little bit nervous helps you to play
일부러
better.
긴장을 시키려고.
So I tried to. I actually wanted him to stay nervous
것 같습니다.
in order to make him perform better.
엔트리에 많은 변화가 있었습니다. 프린스 선수의
Just
첫
like
골
T1,
정도도
Leave
했고,
Sandbox
원픽
also had some
선수도
new
나왔는데요.
players on their
이번
lineup
경기를
as
이
well,
초점을
Prince
맞춰서
and
어떻게
Onflick.
준비하셨는지
So how did T1 prepare in order to deal with their new roster?
온플릭 선수가 나오는 걸 어느 정도 짐작하고 있었어서
We could predict that Onflick will make it back to the lineup, so we kind of went through his champion pool, his playstyle,
프린스 선수
so we kind
같은
of drafted
경우는
around it.
이제
And for Prince,
막 저희가 그렇게 경기하거나
well,
그러진 않았고
we
그냥
weren't too
선수대로
worried
선수
about
다른
him
분들도
playing
생각하듯이 했던 것 같아요.
on the side of Leave Sandbox. We just wanted to just keep preparing for what we used to do
그러면 사실 그 1세트도 그렇고 2세트도 그렇고
in both game 1 and 2.
엄청나게 주도권
I think T1 went for a high priority peek and play style.
원래 조합 구도상
Is that due to kind of champion comp? Or was that something about your mechanical skill level? Is that because you guys played better in lane?
사이드 라인은 진짜 구도도 중요한데 일단 저희가
think-
구도도 좋게 가져갔고
When it comes down to the side lanes, I think matchup matters a lot, but at the same time, it's actually influenced. It gets influenced a lot by the mid and junglers. So I think our mid and jungle duo played really well as well. And at the end of game number 1, you could hear Teddy shouting out, "Our support is Kyria." And definitely in game 1, you were the centerpiece of T1's success.
역할이 좀 더 많아졌나요, 비중이?
Are you playing kind of more roles on the side of
역할이
T1?
많아졌다기보다는 이제 제가
Not like
개인적으로
I'm
느끼기에는
not like I'm playing more
방금
roles,
씨한테 몇 달 동안 많이 배우면서
but I learned a
제가
lot
되게
from our coaching
이제
staff.
뭐 실력적으로 되게 많이
So
늘었다고
I was
생각하고
able
있어서
to
이제 그런 게
make a
되니까
huge
저도 모르게
process
이제 역할이 더 생기는
for
것 같아요.
my performance. So I think that kind of led me to play more roles naturally.
페이커 선수랑 같이 인터뷰하실 때 페이커가 이제
When you
박수를
were
치고
doing
바로
an
캐리어
interview
선수가
with
젊은 피지컬로
Faker,
따라갔었는데
I saw you like making a really nice follow-up whenever a Faker clapped, you just instantly clapped back.
따라가더라고요. 클로저
But
선수
now
입장에서
Closer is the one
어떤
showing the
선수예요?
follow-up reaction. So what kind of player is Kyria for you?
형은 작년에도 그냥 대회 볼 때마다
I mean,
잘하시는
Kyria, even last year, I thought he was super talented. And now playing together with him, I can tell he is definitely the most talented rookie in the history. He's so good.
네, 훈훈합니다. 네.
저 이제 이 경기 얘기로 한번 넘어가 보자면
Let's go
클로저
over
선수께
to game
여쭤볼게요. 이
two.
경기에서는
Closer.
속도가 1경기와는 완전 달랐습니다.
T1
정말
snowball
빠르게 게임을
even
끝내셨는데
faster
이 경기 이후에
than
어떤
game number
피드백이
1. So what kind of
있으신지
feedback went back and forth after the game 1
경기
victory?
이후에도 그냥 나쁘지 않게 흘러갔던 것 같아서
I
이
think
경기 때도
game
그냥
1
주도권
wasn't that bad,
셈픽으로
so we
해가지고
wanted
좀,
to
그냥
secure
잘해보자, 그냥 서로
some strong
잘해보자
lane
하면서
picks
했던
during
것
the
같아요.
draft, and we wanted to stay focused for the game.
저희 중계진도 그렇고 저희도 너무 궁금한데 그
And
미드 타워 다이브했던 장면.
we want to ask you about the mid lane turret dive when you were playing Alistar.
그때 이제 마법공학 걸어가기
So
했었는데
you
그게
used
이제
the
못
hex
넘은 거냐,
tech
아니면 일부러
walk
안 넘은 거냐,
instead of
그게
hex
궁금해서
tech
건설이
flash. You could have flashed over the wall. You just
진짜요?
instead
네.
just walked.
아,
What happened? Was that
저
intentionally
같은
then?
경우는 이제 제가 실수했습니다.
I made a mistake. My bad.
포장하려고 했는데 포장할 수가 없네.
네, 그럼 클로저 선수 이제 조이로
Closer.
되게 라인전을 초반부터 압도하셨잖아요.
You kind of
제 생각에
outplayed
W가
your
되게
opponent
높았는데
in the
그
lane.
높이가 체감이
But I
안될
think
정도로
the W
좀
nerf is
잘하셨어요.
really huge.
어떻게 좀
But
체감이 안
we
되네요.
couldn't really see that happening for you. Your Zoe was still super strong.
들지 항상 설레는데 라인전 하다가
You know, when you
선열
are
포스트 같은 거
doing the
나오면
laning
상당히
phase,
좀
you
그렇고.
get excited when you see the
좋은 것 같아요.
star bubble and the minions. But actually, well, you see Score Drinker, it's really good because you can get your HP back. There's Gore Drinker, also Randuin's, and also Prowler's Claw. There are some moments when you can, utilize it, but during the laning phase, you can't really use the procs. But I kind of like Gore Drinker, to be honest. What about Randuin's? Omen.
란두인은 그냥
That's
유용하게
just,
쓰는 것 같아요.
I think I kind of use it pretty well.
클로저의 조이는 다른 것 같습니다.
네, 그렇습니다. 자, 이제 다음 상대는 농심 레드포스와의
Your
경기
next
기다리고
opponent
있는데요.
will be
캐리어 선수
Nongshim
먼저
Red
각오
Force.
부탁드립니다.
Keria, how are you going to prepare for that match?
2라운드는 1라운드보다 더
I hope
좋은 모습으로
we can
좋은 경기력으로
perform better than first round robin.
찾아뵙도록 열심히
I
하겠습니다.
want to show
그리고
improved performance to our
성캔님이
friends.
생신이시던데
And I heard
생신 축하드립니다.
Suncaster is having his birthday, so happy birthday over to our beloved Suncaster. Clap, clap.
되게 부끄러워하시네요.
아, 그럼 클로즈 선수가 또 강원했을 수 없으실 것 같은데.
Closer, would you like to add on to that? Any birthday wish over to Suncaster as well?
네. 저도 1라운드
Same.
때보단 다르게 2라운드 때 더 열심히
I
해서 좋은
will
모습 보여드리고 싶고 저도
Work harder
축하드립니다.
than first round robin, and happy birthday over to Suncaster. Have a good one.
전해드릴게요.
네, 알겠습니다. 지금까지 캐리어 선수
This will be the end of the interview with
만나봤고요.
Keria
앞으로도
Closer,
좋은
and I'm gonna
경기력
throw it back to our
기대하겠습니다. 네,
casters.
승리
Thank
축하드리고요.
you.
인터뷰 감사합니다.
축하드립니다.
축하드려요.